Okay, so today I will be reviewing Freedom Flyer at Fun Spot Orlando, and yeah, the teaser was all the talking about VR, because this is Orlando's other coaster with VR. I'm not going to ramble as much about the VR on this as I did with Kraken, because they don't emphasize the VR on this like they do with Kraken. The back rows are designated for if you want VR, and they don't have them on the ride, so when it's raining, it didn't rain when I went here like it did when I went to SeaWorld, but anyway, when it's raining even a little bit, it's not like this thing has to shut down for the weather, and the VR really isn't that bad on this compared to the other coasters that have VR in terms of operation. Okay, now that I'm done talking about the VR, I can get to the review of the actual coaster. So, all I've got to say, why can't more of the Vekoma family suspended coasters be like this? I mean, really? This is pretty fun. Although this isn't Orlando's best coaster that gives you a flying sensation, I would say it is best at giving the flying sensation, because you have so little holding you back that it just gives you some of the closest thing you could get to flying. And here, the other Vekoma family suspended coasters insist on having over-the-shoulder restraints, so this is by far the best Vekoma suspended coaster ever. Well, at least that I've ridden, because I did look on Roller Coaster Database to see if there were any more with the lap bars like this, and there are a couple, so, that I haven't ridden, that I can't compare this to, but it's certainly better than any of the ones with the over-the-shoulder restraints. Because Freedom Flyer doesn't really do any elements, I don't have a ton else to say about it, actually, so I'll just go ahead and give it my grade, and I'm going to give it a B-, because although it is fun, yes, it is a family coaster, and yeah, it doesn't really have any elements, and it is a short ride, so those are all detractors, but it is still fun, so it definitely gets a positive review from me. And just to be clear, the way I gave Freedom Flyer the same grade as White Lightning, I do think White Lightning is better than Freedom Flyer. It's just White Lightning, I got off a little disappointed, so I gave it probably a lower grade than I would have if it wasn't the sister coaster to Mind Blower. So that I can fill the video more, let's talk about a few dumb quotes I heard from the GP while riding this. Okay, so this was on White Lightning, which is taller than Freedom Flyer, so when the train pulled into the brakes on White Lightning, I hear these kids in front of me go, "Hey, do you want to ride Freedom Flyer?" And the other one's like, "No, it's too tall." Like, really? You just rode a coaster that's taller. Another one I heard, and this one is really dumb. Like, facepalm is what I have to say to it. So, there was a parent with her kids looking at Freedom Flyer, and they were like, "Hey," and the parent was like, "Hey, you guys didn't like Rockstar down at the other Fun Spot park, so you don't want to ride its sister coaster." Like, really? You think this is the sister coaster to Rockstar? They don't have much in common, especially the fact that Rockstar is a wild mouse and this thing is a suspended coaster. And also, if you didn't like Rockstar, I sure hope you don't travel around riding other wild mouse coasters, because they're all a lot worse than Rockstar, some of the others. Another funny GP quote I heard. Now, I wasn't at Fun Spot when I heard this, but I was actually at Universal. It was another parent talking to their kids thing, but the parent was like, "Kids, do you want to go ride Dragon Challenge? It's just like Freedom Flyer, which you loved." Like, really? 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 I don't even know what to say to that.